Hey guys, I don't remember so much what all I've updated you guys on, but this past week has been a lot. Um, I wrote some things down because that will make this easier. So I'm just gonna read that. Um, Last week, on December 14th, I visited my local park with the intention to find an abandoned campsite that I believed would give me clues regarding Jake Walker's disappearance in 1997. Instead, I found his body. It was very upsetting to see, but I called the police and I sat with him while I waited for them to arrive. It felt like years before they got there, but when they did, they taped off the area. They took pictures of the area and him. They treated him like he was an exhibit in a museum, not a person. They talked to me, too. I told them about the cult and the letter I got and the one I found at Jake Walker's old house. I told them how these people were threatening me, how they'd shown up to my fucking door, and they told me that I was in shock, that I wasn't thinking straight. They told me to go home. The only thing they did put any weight into was the idea that it was somehow my fault that Jake had been there. Like I had found him because I had known he would be there. They thought I was fucking crazy. They didn't outright say it, but they didn't have to. I've gotten that look before. I know it from a mile away. It told me after, when they had looked at his body, that yes, he had died within the last few days, but it was of natural causes. No murder, no foul play, certainly no cults. The newspaper wrote off that it was a miracle he'd lived that long, out in the woods of the park, all alone, for the past near 30 years. He was almost 50 years old. Almost 50 years old. He didn't look like I imagined he would. His face was sharper, more real, if that makes sense. He almost looked like Jason when I had to go in and identify his body. Like, not physically the same, but still the same. I don't know if that makes sense. It's the same expression, like they knew something, like they learned something. I don't know. The smell, God, the smell. Still, my nose still burns with that fucking smell. Why did I look for so long? I don't know. I don't know if they did it to him, but the side of his face, it was, god damn. And the robe he was wearing and the skull next to him, no one ever even tried to explain that to me. They couldn't. No, they couldn't. I was a part of that cult. I recognize it from anywhere. I recognize it back when I used to record in the park. Was that him too? Was he trying to warn me? And for what? I mean, why? I still don't know why they would do that. Like, what, what does this tell me? What message, what purpose does this serve? Is that what it is? A message? Jason died near his birthday. Was he a message too? I thought it was gonna be over after that. Jesus, what more do you need? They could have put in any effort. They could have fingerprinted something, the skull. I don't even know if it was still there. I don't know if they took it to investigate it or anything. They could have asked people. They could have asked people of the cult if they knew about Jake Walker at all. They could have done literally anything. They could have put in effort, just the tiniest bit of effort. That's all it would have taken. That's all it would have taken. I don't know what more they want. Nearly 30 years, people thought he was dead. I can't help but wonder, I don't know if I believe he was. Definitely don't believe that. Did he escape for a little bit? Did he ever actually leave the woods? Did he travel? Did anyone know? I mean, or was he just being held by them this whole fucking time? These letters. He got one too. Before he. They call it love. They say we're family. This is what love is to them. They loved him and they did that to him. They love me too. And this cycle, this death, this rebirth, they say I don't see any of that. All I see is the death. They're disillusioned. I don't know when they stopped being Christianity. It's definitely not that. It's just death. Who else do they have to hurt? Who else? I mean, who else? I can't leave now. I don't even feel safe leaving my house. I'll be honest, I haven't. Ever since finding that, I haven't left my house. Can't muster up the nerve, I guess. I don't own a gun. I don't have much. Running out of food in my pantry. I don't want to leave, even to go to the store. I don't feel safe. I have to go out and do something. There has to be something I can do. I don't know what that would be. Why did it have to be him? Why did it have to be me? I mean, out of anyone who wanted it the fucking least. Jesus Christ. Does my mother know this is happening? I'm sure she does, but does she realize this isn't love? Does she know the damage? Do any of them realize? If my theory is right, and Jake Walker was who they decided would be this quote-unquote king, this person with a gift, this person who's meant to receive their love. If he's dead now, then I think that means they're going to be looking for someone to replace him now. And because I know what their love means, I can't stand by and let that happen. I have to do something. I have to do something. I can't let that happen. I can't let that happen. My birthday's coming up.